Okay. That records it?
You know, like memorabilia, like the yearbooks and any.
Okay, you ladies get together.
Mainly it's for Coach.
You ladies get together.
Oh my Lord.
Like over there, Ann.
Oh, no.
Wait, I'm so tall. Don't put me in the middle. Don't put me in the middle. Oh, God.
I guess everybody will know who they are. You won't have to say your
Get in
name.
the picture, Mom.
I can't. I'm holding the camera.
Heather,
Heather could do it for
you can hold it. He's probably videotaping while he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
This is a video.
It's a video.
Stop that.
All right, come
So
on.
we're gonna.
Hi, guys. Say hey, everyone. We're having some fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Roger, for getting this started.
Yay, Roger. Yay, Preacher Graham.
Y'all got a new classmate though. He's a little bit small.
And Mary Linda and Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, everybody did. It's
Okay.
paperwork.
waiting on her.
I can't wait to see this. I have never had a great salad any better than yours.
Oh, well, good.
Oh my God. That's a long time. What do you
Well, now, still seeing it up there.
Where's Todd?
I don't know. I haven't had to go. There you go. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I think it's...
Get them plate, buddy.
Then they moved to Michigan.
What Harry was just telling me.
Is that a friend? He got the flip video there.
For many of you who don't know me, my name is James Red Tucker.
Really?
This is a special night for me. It's a special night because New Madrid, Missouri is my roots. I said again, New Madrid, Missouri is my roots.
All right.
We have been apart for many, many years. Many years. And I'm so blessed to have my roots in New Madrid, Missouri. You might ask me, why am I blessed?
Why are you blessed, Fred?
Because God has been good to me.
All right.
And I'm going to give you just a few good things that God has done for me since I left New Madrid, Missouri. Just a few. And I know you didn't come hear your speech.
Yeah, we did.
But it's so important to know that I got my foundation in New Madrid, Missouri. And it's so important tonight because we're all making history. And I want to say this before I continue to talk. There's one person that had a great impact on my life. There was many people, but there's one, and that's Coach Carl Compton. He's a great man. He taught me leadership skills. He was a role model. He took time out with me as my teacher and coach. And he helped me to become the person I am today. And for many of you who don't know me, I'm just going to go over a few things. I say God was good, Coach was good, and these are some good things that happened to me since I left New Madrid, Missouri. First of all, I went on to college. I put 4 years in college at Russ College. I graduated with honors as a history and political science major. From there, I went into the United States Army. I spent 3 years in the Army. And from the 3 years in the Army, I decided to get out and I became a history teacher. So I taught school, and I recently retired in probably within the last almost a decade that I've been retired. And it was a blessing to do that. But not only did I teach, I was also a coach. I coached girls basketball.
Whoa.
And in my school, we had never had a team from Colorado Springs to go to the state tournament. And we went to the state tournament, and actually, we beat the number one team in the state. We lost in the finals by about 5 points. And I act like coach because during that particular time, they took time off the clock. And I knew good and well we could beat the team. So people yelling and screaming. And I walked out in the middle of the court and just cursed them out, Coach. But we made history, you know. We were the first girls basketball team to go to the state tournament in Colorado Springs, and we finished second in girls basketball. After I got in the Army, I also went to the Colorado Army National Guard. And I spent about 18 years in the Colorado Army National Guard. I retired from there in 1995-96, so I've been retired quite a while. But I also had an opportunity to go to war. I went to the Gulf War. I'm a combat veteran. I actually saw combat. And it was a great experience defending and protecting and standing up for democracy and fighting for what we believe in. And you may not believe it, I'm going to say this anyway. I was also president of the NAACP. Y'all talking, but you wouldn't believe it. I used to fight for people's rights. And they didn't like that, so they expelled me. So I would say to you, say no to the NAACP. But anyway, those were just some of my life experiences, you know. But the reason why I'm up here tonight is because I wanted to really pay a special tribute to the man I talked about earlier, and that's Coach Carl Compton. And I know you guys live in the area, but I think it's important, Roger, to make sure this information be a part of New Madrid History Museum, because we made history. It's important for other people to know the role that we played in shaping New Madrid, Missouri. I forgot to tell you too, I'm going to tell you some other good things happening. I have 3 honorary doctorate degrees. I received one from Colorado Technical University, one from Denver Institute. Also, I had a chance to go to Africa, back to where my ancestors came from, which was Cameroon on my mother's side and Nigeria on my father's side. I had a chance to go back to the shores where they put my ancestors on the slave ship. It's like completing a complete circle. In fact, I'm going back in December. It's a beautiful country. I enjoy the beaches, I enjoy the people, and I know a lot about my ancestors, my tribe, and everything else. And it was a great experience. That was a part of my history lesson too. So at this time, I'd like to present to Coach Carl Compton this. I'm going to read it to you, Coach. It says, "Your devotion and passion challenged, motivated, inspired, and strengthened us to be better youth, better citizens, better leaders, better fathers, better husbands, better friends, and better men. Thank you very much. You played a major role in our lives." This is from Class of '70 Maryland High School basketball team.
There you go, Coach. You gotta say a few
You gotta say a few words.
Well, first of all, I want to say, on behalf of my wife and myself, that we're awfully glad that we had the invitation to come here tonight. I've had a few health issues, and I've just been praying that I would feel good enough to come, and I'm so glad I did. It's so nice to see everybody. And you know that you've all been very successful, and you make me proud. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate the opportunity that I had to be a part of your lives. Thank you.
I can speak in front of him now and I get that butt with it. Anyway, I'd like to read this about Coach Carroll Common. We want to recognize and thank you for the significant role you played in our young lives. You served as our mentor and role model, as well as leader and teacher. We have grown to become more productive and competent men, in part because of the lessons you taught. The advice you gave us about how to block obstacles by our adversaries and assist others has helped us to become MVPs in our respective vocations and communities. Thanks for teaching us how to slam dunk in daily life. Much love and respect. Class of 70, no matter high school basketball team.
We got one more, Coach. This is special. This is a #1 team, New Madrid. You know, the first time in the history of New Madrid we were #1 team. We'd like to present you this too, Coach.
Thank you very much. I remember it well. Again, it's just been great. Thank you all very much.
Coach, I got one more thing for you. I want to give you these.
Give the mic back to Dr. Tucker. He needs to introduce that team.
All right. Anyway, I hope you all come. I'd like for you to keep one and maybe give one your friend. Or someone that would appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You want all the team? Most people think when they see me walk with a limp I'm being cool. Well, actually, I hurt my knee back in high school, pulled ligaments with that team that Dr. Tucker talked about. But Dr. Tucker and I go way back. Went to college together, high school together. We always in contact with each other. He gets on my case, I get on his case. So he just didn't introduce the team tonight, but you already know him, Dr. James Tucker, Richard Phillips, and I'm Joe Walker.
I'd like to say, step up.
Who are the rest of the team members? Can they name?
Yeah, the rest of the team can.
Well, we got George.
Yeah.
Mark Baker.
Just a second, we'll get
George Mann.
George Mann, Henry Clay, Kerry Phillips,
Henry Conway.
Henry Conway. Henry Conway, I heard that. Okay. Mary Linda, you want to say something?
I went on the team.
Mary Linda wasn't on the team, she says. I don't know why. Okay, we're going to play that funky music, and I want to see everybody up on the floor. The classmates that's not with us tonight, and that will be Gary Hickson from way back when we sophomores, Pat Robertson, and I think in 1975, Randy Bible,
And Jane Ann Sides.
Jane Ann Sides,
Gina French.
Gina French,
Leolis Walker.
Leolis Walker,
And Velma Jean Patton.
Bama Jean Patton.
Somebody else.
Who is it?
Danny Clark.
Danny Clark, that's right.
Sorry.
That's right. Is anybody else am I missing?
Jane Ann Sides. Said that
We said her.
Yeah. Okay,
Gina French.
thank you.
Yeah, we got Gina.
We got Gina. All right, thank you,
I don't
Reverend.
think we left out anybody.
No, if we did, we're sorry. Well,
Yeah, certainly are. We left out anybody.
yeah. Okay.
You got that? Okay.
Lottie Harris.
I just want to say that I'm very proud to be from New Madrid. You might ask, why would anybody be proud to be from New Madrid? You know, most folks have not heard of New Madrid. Yeah, but I am proud because New Madrid were the difficulties, yes there were. But you know, through the difficulties, I learned humility. And through humility, I developed character. And life has had ups and downs, but I've learned through both the ups and the downs. Sometimes it takes the downs to get your attention and build the character. So, yeah, I am proud to be from New Madrid. I wouldn't be who I am if I was not from New Madrid. God bless all of you. Thank you for tolerating me during my days at New Madrid High. And it has been great being all of your friends. And look at us today. Look where we've come. You know, I would have been scared to death to hug a white girl back in 1970. But I got hugs from everybody tonight. Look how far we've come. Isn't that great? I love you. Thank you.
For some of you, everybody to share a story about school. Is that okay, the sound?
Can you hear it in the back?
Yeah, they can hear me.
James Lincoln, they can hear it.
So I want to share a story about my favorite teacher. And my favorite teacher was my sister Ann. Ann King Hunter Taylor. When I got in ninth grade, Ann had just started working there, and she taught home ec. And so most of my friends were taking home ec with Miss May, who was just like primo home ec teacher, you know, and she was awesome. But I was kind of faithful to my sister and adjusted my schedule so I'd have home ec with her. So I took her for ninth grade home ec. Many years later, Olivia Hunter told me that Ann used to stay after school and tutor her in other classes, as well as, you know, home ec. She tutored her in everything, you know, Olivia would stay. In 10th grade, Ann taught world history. That was a required subject. We all took it, and I loved it. It was fun. Loved history. Junior year, she and Mrs. Dyke decided they would team teach American history, which was another required course. So I got to have my sister again. And I remember many a time in study hall, Roger and I would cram for those tests, and the preacher would drill me on all of it, and I think we both came out with A's all the time. And Ann was a great teacher, along with Miss Dyke. And then my senior year, Ann started teaching a class called Contemporary Issues. And some of you were in that class, and that was like my favorite class in high school. We loved that class. There were only about 12 of us, 10 or 12 of us in there, and we had Newsweek and Time Magazine and U.S. News and World Report and the Memphis Commercial Appeal and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. And sometimes she'd even bring coffee in for us, and we were kind of special, you know. So I was probably the only student in high school that had Ann for 4 years. And I became a teacher too. So she was my inspiration. So, and of course she died at the age of 52, and we've made it long past that. And God rest her soul, but I think of her all the time. Okay? Now for a happier, fun story for Ann. Francis, come up here with something, okay? Francis Jones. I know we got to...
This is a funny school story. We could tell a lot more stories, but they're not good school stories. So, Ann, get up here. Okay, when, used to when we were in high school, every girl needed to take typing and shorthand. Did everybody hear, you should take typing and you should take shorthand. Well, I didn't like typing, nor did Ann, but Ann and I took typing, and so then we got to shorthand, and we hated it. So we cried every day in fourth hour, and until we decided we would quit, so we go to Mr. Dyke, and he's not going to let us quit, Patty. And so we called our parents, and they came in, and we went down to the office, and we cried some more. And because we said we just couldn't do shorthand. And so they finally let us out of shorthand. And Mr. Dyke did not speak to us for about 6 months, Patty. So that's our funny school story. And we did not take shorthand any other time.
Miss Coomer, because she looked so nice when she come to school, her hair would be fixed up so nice. And Marlene would say, Miss Coomer, your hair sure does look nice today. And she said, well, thank you, Marlene. Phyllis Dillon. But she was fun. And she let us, do whatever we wanted to do. But anyway, so she was a nice person, very nice person.
We were trying to think when, and the little guy that taught us French, and we called him Gigio. Yeah. Remember Lynn Gale? His shoes squeak. And his shoes squeak when he walks, and we called him Popo Gigio. And he always said that his pants would never be zipped up, and we would sit and laugh at him. It was awful. I think after 1 year, the man left our school.
That's why I didn't remember him.
Do you remember him?
No.
He taught French?
I don't.
I never took French.
Parlay or something.
I forgot his squeaking shoe.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys, go have some funny stories. Mischievous.
Mischievous, that's what we want to hear. How many of y'all were on the Johnny now?
I'll tell you what I remember. Kiwani Johnny. Y'all know him, sits right back there.
Kiwani Johnny.
I think we was in Miss Coomer's room. Was she the art teacher? What did she teach? Yeah, art. And one day she was calling roll, and she was going down the line, and she said, Reba Horton. And she did. Johnny just fell out of his chair and started laughing. And he laughed for 5 minutes. I don't know what the big deal was about it, but Johnny did. He was funny about everything in high school. Johnny was funny. He was a good guy. Come on, Johnny. Come on up and tell us some of those stories about you. About Eddie Wayne. All right, then.
I think they're embarrassing.
I'm sure I know that one.
I'm going to have to leave because I've got a grandson to pick up and he's with his other grandparents and they're not feeling well, so I've got to go get him. I guess my favorite teacher had to be Jim Mock. I loved Jim Mock. He scared me to death at first, but we got to where we were just, our senior class, it was just special, and he's still very special to me. I still correspond with him on Facebook, and it's still good to talk to him. One of the funny stories I remember, because I was Miss Goody Two-Shoes a lot of times. Sometimes. But how many of you were on the yearbook staff that senior year? Remember when we'd go in the room off the library, the little bitty room?
Yeah.
And Eddie Harris and I, because nobody would suspect me of doing it, so Eddie Harris and I would take a some kind of bag, athletic bag, and go in the teacher's lounge and get sodas. And then we'd all come back in the little room and lock the door. And one day Mr. Dyke knocked on the door. And there we were, with everybody with a Pepsi or some kind of soda. And so Gail Jackson, those of you remember a little bit, we put all the sodas in the waste can and set Gail on top of it. He never suspected a thing. He said, please don't lock the door anymore. So we got away with it. But it was so good to see everybody, and I hate to have to leave early, but I love seeing all of y'all, and it's been really great. Thanks, Roger and Mary Linda. That's great.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'll tell a story since nobody else. Mr. Dyke, when my brother was in high school, and about 65 was when the British invasion and everything swamped over here, you know, and everything. Well, you know, they all had hair down here and everything. Well, Dirty, like most guys, combed their back and up and everything, but he decided he'd comb his down, and he just took it, the comb, and combed it right down like this. And he went to class, and I don't remember what the teacher was, but he looked over and there was Mr. Dyke at the door, and he was giving him that look. So in a few minutes, he told Dewey, son, he said, you're going to have to go do something about that hair. He said, we can't have that hair combed down like that. First thing you know, the whole school will be looking like the Beatles. So that was it for him. And they really, you know, they stopped it. If you can see some of the people today, oh Lord, I don't know what he'd do, but anyway, Mr. Dyke was a fine person. And your mother was too, Miss Dyke. We love them all.
I'd taken school more serious. I was not. Where's Freddie? His habitual bathroom trotter with Freddie Fimmer. Mr. Dyke wouldn't let us be seen together in the hall. Remember that? And Miss May Edwards, bless her soul, she was so good to me. The first year we had to make a dress, I cut my collar out of my sleeve. I just remember crying. She said, it's fine, you're going to make an A. You're my right-hand girl. And I did. But I wish I'd taken school a lot more serious. I just clowned around. My whole 4 years stayed in trouble, I think. But, oh well. I made it, I guess.
That's how it turned out.
Yeah, that's okay. I made it. Thank you.
I don't remember anything about high school, but I remember grade school that I was the smartest kid in the 5th grade 5 years in a row.
5 years in a row. All right. I didn't.
It was the whole class, right?
I wasn't invited either.
Did you have to be invited on the senior class trip? No, it was the whole senior class.
Nobody told me.
You're having a brain freeze, I think, or something. Okay, well, I was senior class secretary, so it was my idea to go see Stevie Wonder, Martha Reeves, and the Vandellas. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. Stevie Wonder. And he played every instrument on stage, and he had 2 people that were kind of keeping from falling off the stage.
He'd get to jump, remember?
Yes, he was jumping around, and he played the drums, he played the guitar, he played the piano, he was singing, he was awesome. And also Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. So I thought that was just the coolest trip.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to tell another one. I was really a goody two-shoes in high school. You know, well, okay, I wasn't, but I was in Beta Club anyway. I got into some trouble, you know, and no, you never, well, anyway, I did get in trouble, but I remember one band trip we were taken to Poplar Bluff. I'm not going to tell everything. And I had never been in trouble before, so Butch Lawfield, when we get to the concert, I mean, it was like one of those concert competitions, you know, So we get there, and I think we went to see my brother Harry, a few of us. I can't even remember who, but he was at Three Rivers College then. So we kind of snuck out and went over and visited Harry. And who were you living with?
David O.
David Owen. Yeah. So we were real cool to do that. And then I get back, and you know, we have to go practice. And I opened my horn case, and it was this old horn case. I had to play trumpet because Charles Hunter had an old cornet, and that's what I got, because Daddy didn't have to buy me anything. But it was a really old one, it's an old case. And I opened up my trumpet case, and there's a fifth of Jack Daniels in it. I'm like, I didn't do this, I swear, I did not do this. Well, Butch had done it. He said, well, Mary Linda, yours was the only case that it would fit into. I didn't have a horn, so I had to go and just bum a horn from somebody that was in, you know, and they were done with their recital, and I played somebody else's trumpet that day. But, you know, Butch wasn't afraid, because he said, well, you know, you're such a goody two-shoes, nobody will think you've done anything. Okay?
Something more.
What?
More trouble that went along.
No, that was trouble earlier.
Okay. I'm just not remembering all of it.
Oh, no.
Is there more stories there, Mary Linda?
I have a ton of stories, but you know, I'm not going to tell them all. All right. Come on, Freddie. Come on. Freddie was my favorite. Let's skip out and let's say we're practicing in the band room and go to long lunch. Yeah. You had that little green car.
Gremlin or no.
Fairlane or something at Ford. All right. Will you quit? Roger.
You're doing good. Oh, I don't have any funny. And you're on.
Hi, I'm Ellen Baldwin, Ellen Champion Baldwin, and I'm here at the 1970 class reunion, enjoying visiting with everybody. We missed a lot of people that weren't here, and I live in Spring Hill, Tennessee, just south of Nashville. Have two kids. One lives in Sykeston, and one lives in Spring Hill, and it was great to see everybody.
And you're on, say whatever you want.
Had a great time. It was a wonderful time seeing everybody. It's been so long. I think we've had 2 class reunions since we graduated, and it was a great time. See you.
All right. Thanks, sir. And you're on.
This has been an excellent reunion. I've enjoyed the food and music, and I'm glad to see everyone here.
Oh, and I think these New Madrid girls, class 1970, is great.
Hi, my name was Patty Dyke in high school. I went to Murray State University and got my bachelor's and master's in speech therapy and was a speech therapist with special needs children for 36 years in Worcester, Ohio. This is my husband, Ed. We've been married for 15 months and we live in Orrville, Ohio.
I'm just delighted to have Patty as my wife, and so she's no longer a Dyke, she's a Beers. Thank you for giving me the opportunity of being with you all.
Hi, my name is Johnny Jones. I graduated from New Madrid High School in 1970. I had a great time tonight. And I thank everybody that's put this on, and people that showed up and people that didn't make it. I wish we could have had more, but we had a great time anyway. Well, I've just about run out of words to say, but I did have a great time here tonight, and I want to bless all these people that are here and thank God for everything. So maybe I can see you again, I hope, in the near future. So be with everybody as they travel. And thank you so much. And had a great time. And I love everybody. Bye-bye.
You're on.
Hi, Paul. You're on.
Oh, I'm on. Hey, I'm Paula Tollison. At least that's what I used to be, and I guess I still am. Paula Tollison Moppin. Used to be married to Ron Andrews. I have 3 sons, Brad Andrews, Brian Andrews, and Brandon Andrews. I have a total of 13
grandkids and one on the way.
One on the way, make 14. They call me G-Ma.
I'd be G-Paw, and Bobby. And by the way, I'm Bobby Moppin. I'm Paula's husband.
That's right. Now, this was a great time tonight. Enjoyed being with everybody and seeing everybody. Oh my goodness. And none of us have aged a bit, just so you know.
Not a bit. And nobody's changed.
Nobody's changed. I really appreciate Roger and all the work that he put into it, and Mary Linda. And they recognized all those people, and it was great to see Coach Compton and all of the basketball boys, although there was only 3 basketball boys here, but it was good to see them.
Yeah, and for me it was nice to meet all of you. The only one I knew didn't get to come is Mary Edna. Mary Edna,
Oh yeah, Mary Edna, we
missed you.
hate that. We wanted to see you because we used to work with you at Holiday Inn, and we miss getting to see you. All right, that's it. We love you guys. Bye.
Au revoir.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Walker. We're here in Saxton for high school class reunion. 45 years. 45 years ago, Rosella and I met, and we recently have gotten married after going our separate ways. The class reunion has been great. I appreciate the individuals that put it together, and we give God the glory for everything.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Martha Ann Broughton Fahrenberg. I'm at my 45th high school anniversary reunion. Had a wonderful time. It was great seeing everybody. And God bless you all. Thanks.
But I will go anyway. Okay. Go. Hey, had a wonderful time at the class reunion for 1970. Junebug, where in the hell were you? The most asked question was, where was Junebug? Where was Junebug? I got tired of hearing that. Damn it. Yeah. Coach Compton came, he wanted to know where you were. Junebug, Junebug, Junebug. That's all I heard all night long, damn it.
Hi guys, this is Claude Harris. I know I look a little different these days. I think I probably got a little more charming, didn't I? But anyway, for you people who didn't come to the reunion, you missed a great reunion. I had a really wonderful time. It was good seeing all of the people from yesteryear, and we're going to try to do this again in about 5 years. Hope to see you there. Make the effort. It'll be worth it. You know, lovely seeing everybody. May God bless you, and have a good life.
We are proudly representing the class of 72 for New Madrid High School. We're very sorry that the rest of you all did not find time to come because you missed a very good time. Try to make it next time. That's enough.
Yeah. I am Ramona Patterson Black, class of 71, and I'm here quite by force from Eric. The reunion has been wonderful, and anybody that didn't come, you missed the treat. Bye-bye.
My name is James Tucker. It is a pleasure and honor to be at our 45th class reunion. I enjoyed the fellowship. I enjoyed the tribute to our special coach, Coach Carol Compton. He was one of the best coaches, mentors, and role models in my life. He made a positive difference in terms of teaching me leadership and teaching me how to survive as a player on his team. Once again, it was a pleasure and honor to come back to our 45th class reunion.
Yeah, you did. Go.
Okay, I'm living in San Jose with my great husband Ken Grigsby, and
My brother-in-law.
we love and life out there. Love to travel, and hope we get to see everybody on the 5th one,
You all come
including
and visit us
Junebug.
and bring water.
Talking about the 50.
Bring water to California.
Yeah, we need all the water.
And we're at Campbell. Bring your horse or you can ride one of ours. Come see me and Sandy.
Yeah, we have 14 for sale.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cut film is.